Matt Meehan here for IrishBoxingCom. Kelsey Leonard, an absolute pleasure to have you on once again. Jesus, we've had a good few interviews now, but she's in the pros now, and she's racking up wins. She's in Belfast this week. Alin versus V Gormley, co-main event as well, against a very tough opponent. How are you, Kelsey?
Yeah, really good. It's fight week. Feeling really good. Excited for Saturday. Obviously excited to be on such a good show and platform. And again, like you said, I think it's just about confirmed, but the co-main event will be a great opportunity as well. So excited for that.
I was kind of told through the grapevine that it was a co-main event, and the reason why is because you took a tough opponent. I heard you had a choice of two opponents. Opponent A was like an easy-ish kind of record. It was a journeywoman. It was just a six rounder. You move around, you get the win, a routine. Or option B was a tough journey, not a tough woman. She was a Hungarian national champion. Yeah, so she's a Hungarian national champion for the people who obviously who don't know. People haven't been keeping up to date with the updates and all that. But yeah, it kind of just speaks to me. Why option B? Why the tougher challenge?
Yeah, I think obviously the easier option it was the first one we were given. I think she had maybe one win and then 15 losses. So
Yeah,
it's nothing's guaranteed, but it's you're likely to get there. So it would have been an easier option to take. But I think when Niall gave me the option of the Hungarian girl, she's a national champion. Like you said, she has an evenly split like win-loss
yeah.
record. She has a few stoppages as well. So it's a big step up. And obviously the cost is a lot more as well. She's fought in Vegas. I think she's had like 10 round fights. So it's a big step up and a lot more cost, but I think it's definitely worth the investment because it will bring me up the rankings. It will just boost the step that I've taken into professional. So I think it's definitely worth the investment and worth the risk as well.
I was kind of that word investment is popping out with me, to be honest. Like, well, I'm kind of thinking now every single move you make in the professional scene when you're starting off is really an investment. I know it's kind of a bit of a far from quote, but scared money don't make money. Like you need to be willing to take those risks. You need to be willing to jump into the deep end. If you jump into if you jump into the small pool, you're not going to get anywhere. But if you jump into the deep end, you're going to explore new opportunities. You're going to get them shots that you want to get. Within three fights, the co-main event. As I've said earlier on, just there. Does it kind of does that resonate with you at all, Kelsey?
Yeah, I think that word is definitely something that I had in my head, especially with Niall turning pro. I was I'm willing to invest in myself, and I think that's going to get me to places quicker and just to higher places rather than if I wasn't it. So obviously starting off as a professional, if you're not with a promoter or with a big promoter, it does cost money to fight and it will cost to get better opponents and to get better opportunities. So I think if you're willing to make that investment and come up with the money to fund that, it will really work in your favor. And I'm hoping that it will push me up the rankings and push me on to bigger things sooner rather than later.
That's what kind of a really sponsorships and kind of part of the investment comes to the sponsors. So I think 95% of boxers nowadays, if they didn't have sponsors, they wouldn't be where they are today.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously sponsors are so important, but I think a lot of people don't realize how important they actually are.
Yeah,
It it literally funds all the fights and not just training camps and like day-to-day things. To actually pay for the fight, it does fund that. So it's such a huge part. And ticket sales and support I get from people in my community around me, that all goes towards it as well. So without any of that, I probably wouldn't be able to do it. So I'm really grateful. And yeah, it's such a huge help.
talking about your last fight, a great fight, I think, anyways. Really, I think you got a good test the last time round. That woman was coming to win as well. There was no doubt about it. The way that she was boxing, I think at kind of times she was trying to take your head off. with some punches that she was throwing. And obviously when the decision got read, you won. I seen her in tears after. I was like, the thrill and agony of boxing. If you get me in a way where she's coming to win, and obviously someone else trained harder and got the W.
Yeah, I think that the fact that she was crying afterwards is it shows that she came over here believing that she was going to win and
Yeah.
trying to get. So it was a really good step up. She had the same record as me. Well, she actually had a better one. She had a first round stoppage in her first
Yeah.
fight. So it was, I was nervous getting into it, and it was for my second fight a good challenge, and it was a good test. But I think I was happy with my performance. I stayed composed, and I didn't want to get in and do something stupid and get caught. And I was, I followed the game plan and I stuck with it. And then, yeah, I was happy with the performance. Get the first 4 rounds under the belt. It was good.
Your first six rounder, do those extra 2 rounds really play a vital role in camp this time? It's an extra what, 4 minutes? Yeah, extra 4 minutes that you're in there. So have you toned into those extra 4 minutes, extra S&C sessions? I know Niall has he's all well schooled up there with S&C because the stories that I've heard with those sessions are yeah. But no, overall, and also, it's like talk to me like what has camp be like with those extra 2 rounds, and what have you gone through? What are those emotions that you're going through?
I think the extra two will really suit me. I could have done an extra 2 rounds for my last fight, and I was kind of just getting going in the fourth round. So I don't think it'll be much different. It's obviously so fast paced, the female boxing, and the 2 rounds go so quick. So the 4 rounds is just it's over in a flash. So I think the 6 rounds will really suit me a lot more. Obviously conditioning has upped a little bit more as well. The conditioning is still very, very high level. So there's not a huge change, just sparring, getting used to being in for the 6 rounds, but we would have been ready for that and preparing for that anyway. So it's not a huge difference, but I'm excited to box for 6 rounds for the first time.
Are you looking to come out the traps this time and get it done, or are we going to stay composed?
This is another good opponent, so I'm gonna keep my head switched on. Niall would kill me if I didn't do that as
Yeah,
well.
he
So
would. Yeah, yeah, and Gary would as well. Gary would. Yeah, yeah,
Gary Gary likes a bit of a scrap as well, though.
yeah.
He's a bit better than Niall, but yeah, no, they'd both be annoyed if I didn't stick to the game
Does
plan.
Gary ever
And
like egg you on? He's like, "Go on, Kelsey, go on, get at it, come on, go at it."
yeah, he's Niall's like play it safe, follow the game plan, and
Yeah.
then Gary just try
Nah,
to
don't just go on, go ahead. Like,
balance the two of them together is a
yeah.
really good.
It's like the angel and the devil on the shoulder, if you get me, where one saying one good thing and then he was like, "Come on, go fucking get in there," you know. No, but again, it's second time boxing on Triller TV. Obviously, the last time was Triller TV, so you're out again. It's another worldwide broadcast, which is great. So I guess it's good to get that exposure in a way. Being exposed to an international audience, not just a national audience, but people around the world from, let's say, Colombia, Hungary, Austria. There's going to be people tuning in from obviously the middle of Europe, and then beyond, probably even America, because Triller TV have a good fan base from what I've read into with the statistics and the facts.
Yeah, I think it's very popular and very big over in America and stuff. So great that we're getting that publicity over here as well, and hopefully Triller TV can get an even bigger platform now that Irish cards are getting more involved with it and stuff like that. It's obviously great to be on that platform, and especially for I'm fighting in Belfast, so not everyone that's going to want to watch my fight will be able to make it, so they'll be able to watch online as well. So yeah, it's great. I'm really happy to be involved the with on the card and with Condom Boxing and Hammer Boxing. It's great to get that platform with Twitter TV as well.
When you were in January of this year, what were your goals and expectations compared to now? Was the professional? I kind of knew that the professional was in your head, but did you actually think it was going to happen this year, or did you think it was going to even take to next year and then even get to 3-0, hopefully?
Yeah, to be honest, January It was always the plan to turn professional, so had that in my head, and me and Niall had spoken about that before anyway, so that was always in the plan. And we kind of started going through the works in January and February and stuff like that, and then obviously it just took a little bit longer with I didn't realize how long medicals and stuff like that would
Yeah.
take. And so the goal, to be honest, in my first year as a pro was 4-0 for the whole year, but obviously I started towards the end of the year. So 3-0 is great, but if we could get another one by the end of the year, all going this goes well, and that would be a bit of a push, but it would be great to get another one at the end of the year.
Could that be possible?
Yeah, I think there's a couple of shows in December, and obviously I don't want to be looking too far ahead. I'm all focused on this fight and keeping all the game plans and all the preparations towards this fight, but Niall and Gary in the background, seeing if there's another possibility to get another fight in the end of the year. It'd be a great way to close the year and then take a little break because it's been a very active few months.
Are you gonna so if 4-0 doesn't come out, 3-0 is still good, but kind of just rest for the Christmas, I guess, and spend time with family and yeah, everything else that comes with that, and then January kind of just lock in and go again, and you have a full 12 months to kind of to go at it if you get me. You know, there's a lot of time to play there. What, 52 weeks?
Yeah, I think I had a very busy few months, so it'll be a bit weird to kind of slow things down and plan it a little bit more evenly spaced. But I think it'll be nice to pick a couple of fights in certain months and be able to, like you said, lock in January and
Yeah.
then go.
Would Niall have these in on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
We always, we're not always in the gym, but we always train on Christmas Day. So even if it's just a run or something, just to have that mentality, it's good. He won't always make us come into the gym on Christmas Day,
Okay,
but
good.
yeah,
Rest and stay at home.
he will be in the gym
Yeah.
on Christmas.
Oh yeah, I know that. I know that for sure. I know that for sure. Do you want to give a big shout? Do you want to give a big shout out to any of your sponsors, your management, anyone who's obviously who's supported you so far?
Yeah, I'm just grateful. I didn't think it was going to be. I wasn't going to get as much support as I have. Obviously, I have a great community in Unit 3 and then all my friends and family and everyone around Kildare. But it's been so far a lot smoother than expected just because I have that support. So, really, really grateful. All the sponsors that I have, they don't understand how much it means. It's a huge, huge help. I won't be able to list them all because I will miss one and I don't want to miss one. So, just really grateful. All you all know who you are, and yeah, it's been a pretty good few months, and hopefully 3-0 comes around next week, and just really happy with how things are going. Grateful to Niall and Gary for setting me up the way that they have, but hopefully good
3-0
finish
this
to the
week. This week.
this week. Sorry,
You're
it's
that
this
busy.
week.
You're that busy that you think.
Yeah,
Ah,
by
anyways,
next week. Again, by next week I'll be 3-0.
let's go. Let's go. Waking up Sunday morning, you'll be 3-0.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's go. Kelsey, on that note, really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.